it'd have to be pretty egregious to willfully violate some, like erosion control standard and timbers a bunch of property. Theoretically, we could hold development approvals 3 to 5 years, but we don't have, with the silvicultural operations and bona fide farms being protected, even if you've got a timbering operation, you're timbering in riparian buffer areas, there's still protections for those types of activities in the water.
Well, we're
pretty
held,
limited.
we're held the, they call it voluntary compliance, but it's not voluntary, of course, but, with the best management
That's
practice
right.
and the Soil
If you're
Pollution
following
Control
that,
Act and
that's good.
1973 and,
Mhm.
so on, and all that's understood. I mean, on our own lands and on
Yeah.
private lands that we buy timber from, we do everything. And I even tell the landowner myself, call the Forest Service before we leave, because we're trying to do a good job, and I don't wanna have some ask the logger to haul a skidder 50 miles, do 20 minutes work, so we do it. But no, these things, if I understand you correctly, it's like this thing in Orange County is probably a city ordinance or something.
I think that it's probably
Not
municipal along the, where there's that corridor protection for true timbering. And then I think Orange County has got something a little different that you can timber it, but they may withhold your development approval if you try to turn around and immediately subdivide.
I think Wake County has the same thing.
Thank you. Any other comments on the sort of outline that Carolyn gave on the fact sheet?
Well, the fact sheet will be presented to the planning board.
Yes.
Before it goes to the
First
commission.
it's going to commissioners.
But yeah, but we'll get crack at it before it goes to.
One thing I'd like to raise is just kind of a reminder, as one person said in the last meeting, which to me was an eye-opener, in that there's a danger in doing nothing, where they opposed the public water coming in, thinking it would, in doing so, they would prevent development in their area, when in fact it came in anyway, and then everybody put in wells, and now they lost their water and don't even have enough water for their farming operation.
Yeah, that was
So
Mr.
there's-
Cohen, head of the Agriculture Advisory Committee, that made that point.
So, right, so just doing nothing is not necessarily a sense of protection, which I think is what some people are thinking it is. It's that it's protecting their way of life as it is now, or the way they see it, and it's not necessarily the case. There's risks associated with doing nothing.
So that's a comment for Carolyn.
Correct. And I think that'd be a good thing to point out in the fact sheet.
Yes. We kind of addressed it a little bit in this pro and con, but I think you're right. Any other comments on the fact sheet in preparation?
I think it would be a good idea, as we brought up earlier, in an earlier meeting too, once, we have this together, is to somehow, put it in the newspaper or,
The fact sheet, yeah.
get the information out in a way that, provides the information countywide, which I think is a little bit difficult, but putting it in the newspaper would help, I think, greatly in the Western part.
Yeah, I agree. Any format in which,
Put it on the website, put it in the newspaper.
whatever.
Yeah.
should go
What
on the
about the
county.
Chatham chat list?
Right,
Well,
Put it out there?
yeah.
Would that be too long for you, something like that?
No, because it gets information out to, we got about 5,200 members right now that read it daily, so. And I think it's an important matter that affects a huge part of the county.
Yeah, however we can get it out, I think would be really important.
I think we all agree on that.
Yeah.
Anything else? When do you think you will have a draft? And
In
I'm
the
willing
next couple
to,
of days, I'll get it to you in the next couple of days, so you can just have a look.
Okay.
And Jason, just to make sure that
yeah.
accuracy and
Okay.
content. So make sure that.
So something we might be able to discuss at the
The planning board meeting.
planning board meeting. Any other comments from our guest today?
Thank you for this. Thank you.
Welcome. And the planning board meeting will be July 7 at 6:30.
George, is this ready to make
Okay, we'll wait to see what the planning board says or not?
The planning board may put us back to work, so I'm a little reluctant to say.
No meeting scheduled at this time.
Yeah. If we did have one, I presume we would do it on the the third Tuesday again, which would be July 21st, but let's not formally schedule that.
Maybe after the planning board meeting in July.
Yeah.
Send out an email after that meeting then?
Yes, that's right, for you guys who are not on the planning board. Yes, sure.
Subcommittee members who aren't on the planning board show up at the.
Yeah, I was just thinking that too. I wrote down a note to send it.
That would be good.
Will you be-
I will not be.
Okay, what about you, Tammy?
Yeah.
Okay, again, it's July 7th. And we thank you all for your work, planning board members and non-planning board members. I think it's been an effective committee, and in case we don't meet again, thank you. Thank the folks who come here and tell us what they think. You value that as well, so.
Well, I thank you all for your time, but I'm glad somebody's willing to do it. Thank you.
And when you don't meet that,
I'll walk out there and get you.